All right, hello. I wanted to share this introduction that I've found helpful for me. My co-counseling partners have found it helpful. So, when I was doing some work with a healing shame practitioner, she kept using these different phrases that I picked up on. I really liked. They helped me to feel more welcome, more comfortable. And I kind of put these together, and some of my partners helped get this a little bit clearer. And I just wanted to share this that what we use at the beginning when we do co-counseling, we say this at the beginning so that each of us hear this for the other person. I also want to incorporate this when I do TRE. I think that any kind of therapy or somatic experiencing or any other kind of practitioner using some of these ideas would be helpful. So I'll just go through this kind of what it would sound like, and then I'll break it down briefly after that. So you'd do your regular introduction of how the week is, how are things going, whatever you'd normally say when they come to you. And then I would say, or even just tell them, I'm going to do this introduction every time. We're going to practice this every time. So you're welcome here. All parts of you are welcome here without judgment. Parts that might be scared or anxious, parts that maybe don't really want to be here today or that are tired, maybe ashamed, angry parts. All of that is okay. That's all welcome here. Second part, we are a team. We're working together. I want you to let me know feedback of what works for you well, what doesn't work for you. Maybe there's something I say that you really like and you want to hear more of that. Or maybe there's something I'm doing or that I say that you really don't like and you don't want me to do that. I want you to please tell me what that is so we can make this work best for you. And I'll probably make some mistakes at times. I'm not going to get it right all the time. And I might miss something or forget something or not quite attune to you the way that you need. So let me know if that happens and if you don't feel seen or heard or understood. And I really want to hear what you have to share with me today, or I'd love to hear what you have to share with me today. So that's kind of what it is. I think I timed it and it takes a minute and a half or less. You can put it in your own words or use parts that you like or add other things to it. What I think it's doing, or it's been helpful for me and for my partners I work with co-counseling. The first part is about, well, just being welcome. So obviously it helps us to feel more welcome. From my own experience, I find it difficult to feel welcome pretty much anywhere, or at least most places. So hearing that repeatedly through the session and every session, it starts to sink in, and I can start to maybe believe that that's true here, and that I don't have to perform or be a certain way, but anything that comes up for that day is okay, and my partner or my therapist can have that space to hold that for me and be with that. We are a team. That part, the second part, helps us kind of get the mindset that we're working together and put us more on an even playing field. And also, if I'm hearing that this person wants me to tell them feedback, then that encourages me to start to ask for what works for me, what I want, what I need, to start to assert myself a little bit, even set some boundaries for, I don't like it when you do this thing and just isn't working. So can we not do that? Can we figure out a way to work around that? And I'll probably make some mistakes. That third part is helps us not to view the therapist as just some expert that is always above us, and we're just the inferior, inexperienced client underneath them. It also helps the practitioner to have a little bit of breathing room that, yeah, I did kind of mess up. I didn't do so great today, but I apologized, and they knew ahead of time that I just can't maybe attune to them exactly the way they need every session or be enough for them. We might have some things that we have to talk about and work out. So that weight of like having to do it perfect every time, there's a little bit of space that's not so heavy all the time. Because we just can't honestly, at least in my experience, there are times we we miss things. We're tired, we're distracted, things in our own life affect us, which affects our relationship with who we're trying to help, and we're not maybe there for them quite what they need for that day. And the last part about I want to, or I really love hearing what you have to say. I want to hear that today. I think, again, many of us with trauma who've been sick for a while, we're used to feeling like people don't really want to truly be with us. They don't want to hear what we have to say. They're just listening because they have to, right? Or they're obligated, they need to, that they don't really want to spend that time with us. But this can help us as a client to start to say, well, maybe, I'm hearing it from them, and maybe they do want to be here spending time with me. This practitioner chooses to be here. It's something they want. So maybe I do have some value and I am worth somebody else's time. So these can help to reframe some of these mindsets and things that we've probably been telling ourselves for a long time or decades. So again, like I said, it's pretty short, but it can have, I think, some pretty big effects if we use this regularly. What do you think? You can try it out, test it. If you're a therapist, practitioner, give this a shot. Tell your client, I'm going to try this thing and see if it helps you. Or if you're a client, maybe this resonates with you. Do you want to share it with your practitioner or ask them, is this something that they would be willing to try out and see if it would help you? So I hope you find that helpful, and we will see you next time.